Welcome back, true believers, to another Spider-Man PS4 related video, and today I'm going to talk about, is Spider-Man PS4 rated M for mature? So, the reason why I have Batman Arkham Knight and Spider-Man Web of Shadows next to each other is because if you remember in the Batman Arkham series, including Batman Arkham Origins, all of the Batman games were rated T until Batman Arkham Knight came out. Now, the reason why Rocksteady decided to make Batman Arkham Knight M instead of T is because they really want to push hard for their finale of their series that they have spent so much time putting effort into and getting people to fall in love with that series and just wanted to end on a really, really high note. And they wanted to go really dark with the character of Batman, really dark with the character of Joker especially, and see how those ties between the two characters melded together throughout the entire series as a whole, and how the big payoff ended. And as you can tell, if you have played Batman Arkham Knight and you know what the ending of it is, you can tell that Rocksteady made the best Batman story ever created in the history of Batman. I personally think even better than The Dark Knight Returns and The Killing Joke, in my opinion. I think that game was extraordinary. And this was the very first Next Generation game I ever played, by the way. So just seeing that come to life and being able to play that experience was just a dream come true. As for Spider-Man, Insomniac Games isn't really known to go the whole dark, gritty route, other than their whole Resistance franchise, which is a first-person shooter which was dark and had monsters in it, and the other series that they had was Ratchet & Clank, which of course is like not really a kids game, but it is a kids game rating, which is E10, for ages 10 up, and Sunset Overdrive they made was also M, which had a lot of vulgarity. It wasn't dark, it was very humorous and lighthearted and fun. It just used a lot of vulgarity and foul language and violence. So, for Spider-Man, the reason why I have Batman Arkham Knight and Spider-Man Web of Shadows next to each other is because Spider-Man Web of Shadows is the closest thing that we have to an M-rated Spider-Man game, with its story, its interactions between Venom and Spider-Man especially, and the whole plot when the symbiotes overtake New York citizens and they become basically zombified individuals and they become symbiote creatures, mini Venoms, and then Venom at the end where he gets the 5 heads and you get to fight him on the helicarrier and he commits suicide. That is a pretty dark story. He commits suicide if you choose the black suit path, but I'm sorry, he commits suicide if you choose the red suit path. You kill him if you choose the black suit path. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. But basically, the story of Web of Shadows is the closest thing that we have to a dark and gritty Spider-Man, with its eerie tone, its, apocalyptic scenario that we can't really escape from. Like in the game, you can't feel like you can escape from this world that you are in, that the city is in peril and you can't really save it, and it's sad for Spider-Man to see it go through it, but yet, when you play it, he's still his joking, kind-hearted and light-hearted self that we know and love. So, with Spider-Man PS4, if you see and analyze the trailer thoroughly, you hear Peter Parker talking, and the dialogue is kind of talking more about him than him as Peter Parker, rather than him as Spider-Man. And when he is fighting everybody, he's like throwing circuit breakers at people, he's kicking people in the face, he's slamming people in the ground. Yes, that could just be really good combat, but what if it's something more? What if we're actually going to get an actual mature Spider-Man game for once from Insomniac, who can do a perfect story? By the way, if you have played Ratchet & Clank, you'll know that they can do amazing stories and really deliver on the high note and, lighthearted moments and fun moments and actually serious moments when it comes to it. But for Spider-Man, since this is a AAA title that they're going to put all their time and effort in and put all their heart and soul in, they're going to try and deliver the best possible Spider-Man story and experience that we have ever gotten, along with the amazing gameplay that we will receive, just like we did with Web of Shadows, which I still can't believe it was rated T for teen, because of just how evil Venom was in this game, and seeing the other heroes that get overtaken by the symbiote, and also other Spider-Man villains getting overtaken by the symbiote. And it was a really dark tone Spider-Man game that we've never really had before, and it was just, the stakes were high, the people that you knew were always in danger, and you always had to try and save people, and people were always getting chased after by symbiotes and were actually getting killed by symbiotes. So I was surprised that this wasn't rated M, but Spider-Man PS4 could possibly rated M if Insomniac decides to go that route. I would not mind at all if it was M, and I also do not mind at all if they go a dark and gritty Spider-Man. We actually haven't had that before, or at least we haven't had that recently, ever since Web of Shadows and Ultimate Spider-Man. We haven't really had that dark, gritty Spider-Man that we sometimes enjoy, but I would be all open for it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. I'm really excited that I can do these types of videos for you guys. I'm glad that you guys are actually enjoying them. I know it's simple and I'm just recording 2 boxes, but you guys have seen these games before. You can look up the footage. I'm going to learn how to try and put the footage up in my videos soon, but as for now, just use your wonderful imaginations that I know all of you guys have, and more videos to come. Next video will be about Spider-Man Homecoming, and what a certain character I think could be doing in that movie if he decides to show up. So thank you once again for watching, and tune in till next time. Peace.